Headwater seat covers. Today we're installing the back seat of a four-door 2019 to 2020 Jeep Wrangler Sahara. This model also includes the 2018 Jeep JL series for this model. This particular model has headrests that are non-removable, and they actually topple within a slot inside the seat. Another unique feature of this seat is it has an armrest, kind of a console with the drink holders. This is actually an adjustable headrest on here. So for the installation, we can prepare the seat initially just by lifting that up, and you'll notice, similar to the front seats, they have the push button releases on those. So you just work those up nice and easy. You don't want to take them out. You don't want to take them out, you know, crooked, or you could damage the plastic. So just nice and easy, a little bit at a time. We can pop that out. We can set that aside and go to work on the rest of the seat covers. Now the seat covers themselves, as you open these up, they're almost self-explanatory, but they are labeled to what the pieces are. You'll notice the one piece in here that doesn't have any velcro, nothing on it, very small. This is the middle headrest cover, and on the inside right of each piece you're going to see the labeling of them. They're labeled very simple. So the middle headrest is MH. The headrests are labeled H. Armrest labeled A. Very simple pieces. You can tell for the armrest how that probably goes on there. Okay, that little opening here goes to that. Okay, headrests, again, they're going to say H on the inside right. And for the headrest, to install on this particular model, similar to the front seat, you'll start off with the hook velcro, extending hook velcro to the front. So, and what I'll do is I'm going to lift in the big lever, and what that'll do, the big lever here, that folds that seat forward, just makes that a little easier to work with, and the headrest is folded down. I'll just fold it back up into place. So we're going to slide that headrest cover on, and then nice and easy work that down. So you notice there's a seam going up the seat cover right here. Okay, same seam that we have on our seat, on the headrest cover itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to line up the seams of this headrest cover to the seams that are on the headrest. Okay, so as you get that on, you're going to work that down. You're going to pull that down, get everything tightened up. Make sure we have that centered on there. I'm going to feel for those seams down below there. And in order to tuck that through there, it's kind of tight with that headrest up. So just lift up on that lever. That'll fold that down. Tuck that through. Yep. And you can just gather up any of that slack you got in there. Tighten that up. Snug that up. And for that, one thing I have noticed while working on this Jeep for a solid week is these things. Use extra caution. You could even slice a tennis ball to put it on there, but I don't know how many times I smacked my elbow. I'm in here working on this and pound into that, so use a little extra caution that way. Next, we'll go ahead and install the backrest section. We call the driver top, and that'll be labeled as DT. Being as the headrests are non-removable, we had to make a Velcro opening for the headrest. So you want to carefully open that, and we're going to go ahead and slide the cover over. We have an opening for the child tether on the back side of the seat, exposed, and kind of like that front we did, we curl up that hook Velcro so that doesn't stick as we're sliding that down. We also have a inside edge Velcro that you're going to want to open up. The seat tapers in very sharply, so when that happens, we just have to put in a Velcro to accommodate for that. So once again, I'm going to hold this backrest forward, put. I'm going to put that headrest up to just hold that in place. You gotta be a little careful as you're working on this. Don't stick your head in there. You could get clobbered by the seat. If you pull on it, it will come down. So I'm going to slide that opening for the headrest over and continue to work that seat cover down. One thing you want to do is you want to move this carpeted panel away from the seats, because it will try to get in between you and the seat cover. Okay. Keep working this down. So we're going to have to tuck this underneath. Tuck this underneath here. There we go. So the opening should roughly line up with the openings that you have on yours. Okay, once we have the cover tucked underneath the headrest, we'll get that thing centered in there nicely. And once again, it's going to be tight trying to tuck that underneath there, so just lift that little lever. That'll flip that headrest down. Pop that right through, and you'll notice we have loop Velcro sewn inside the back edge. So, and what I'm going to do is, as I'm pulling it up here, the seat cover, I'm lining up, you know, the opening to the original. And I'm just going to press those Velcros together. Next, we're going to tuck the seat cover underneath the plastic for this latch. Use a real specialized tool here. Common butter knife. The big feature here with this one, there's no serration. You don't want any teeth on there as you're tucking, but they just work perfect for tucking covers in under plastic. So I'll work this along the front edge here. Okay. All the while I got to pull down on that seat cover, tighten that up a little bit. There we go. Come down. I'm going to work this. I'm going to tuck it underneath this outside edge. It's going to be really tight on this corner, so go easy. A little bit at a time. Use that sucker like a shoehorn. There you go. Okay, and like I said, these corners are really tight, so just be careful as you're tucking those in. You don't want to break your plastic. Okay. Another tight spot here too, right at the apex of that corner. Just go nice and easy. Don't hurry. Just take your time. Use patience as your guide. Just nice and easy. And that should tuck underneath that handle. Just be nice, nicely connected. Okay, I'll flip that headrest up. Next, I want to tuck this in. We're going to want to line up this opening. Okay, we got a nice opening there for the seat fold. And fold that down. We're going to tuck this around the corner. Then we're going to fold that down. You got to flip that headrest down though so she clears. Okay. Next, we're going to get this tucked under the plastic as well. And here again, this is for a child seat tether. So if you carry little kids in car seats, this is for the strap that goes behind the seat. I'm also exposing this, and this can just be exposed even if you don't have children or carry children in car seats. In the back here, this thing would just work as an excellent little tie down, a little extra something to hang something off of. So this can be opened or covered, so you want to specify that when you come to ordering. Next, we're going to attach this side Velcro here. Because the seat is so tapered down to nothing, we had to come up to about the point where it starts to get skinny, otherwise we wouldn't have been able to pull that seat cover down on there. So we got to connect this Velcro. So I'm going to pull this up to the edge. Then we're going to take this loop Velcro. I'm going to just press it right down on top of it. Okay. Next, I'm going to feel underneath here. This is the front side of the seat cover. We have a little 1-inch by 2-inch hook Velcro sewn there. I'm going to take and pull that up and press that right to the fuzzy carpet. And I'm going to have to lift up on the seat a little bit. I'm going to reach in to grab that front edge of that seat cover. Okay. There's the front edge of the seat cover. We're going to just take that, pull that tight, and hook that to that fuzzy carpet right there. Lastly, we're just going to take seat cover and with the hook Velcro and hook that right to fuzzy carpet that's on the seat. Okay. And we're going to set it up. Take a look at everything. Looks good. Seat still moves. Everything articulates. I'm noticing one thing. So I am seeing a little seat on here. Okay, you see a little bit of the carpet fuzz there? Looks like I can actually pull that over a little bit. So we got everything covered. So I'm going to just take and pull that up, fold this forward, and I'll just reconnect this Velcro and just move that over just a little bit. There we go. All centered out, nicely covered. And we'll go to the seat bottom. Next, we'll put on the driver's bottom. This will be marked with a DB on the inside right. And you'll notice there's a couple of these tabs. These are going to go to the back. The reason why the seat cover is split right here is there's a bungee cord that the seat belt is tethered to. So basically, you know, that split is going to accommodate that tether. Okay, so put that seat cover on. Just slide it over, and you'll notice it's got little hook velcros sewn around the whole perimeter. These are going to stick before you want them to, so don't get frustrated and if it's not where you want it and just yank on it, because you can tear these off. So just carefully release them so they're all hooking before I want them to. But we're just going to position this cover. Okay, and what I want to do is I want this seam down to about over here. So we're going to do that by tucking that in over there. Now, see, they're still connecting when you don't want them to, so just you have to kind of keep releasing them because they'll stick and they'll not allow you to pull or position that seat cover. Okay, pull that down. You notice I'm just using my hand in a smoothing motion, mostly on this seat cover, to kind of smooth things out. So here's where we're going to have to lift that seat belt up. I'm going to tuck part of it on one side and the other part going to go on the other side of that elastic. Okay. Now what I want to do is I'm sweeping my hand and I'm tightening up the seat cover. I'm getting it all nice and tight in the front where it needs to be, so it should fit on here without wrinkles. So what I will do is I'm going to start by attaching this back side. So I'm just going to reach in from underneath the seat. Okay. You notice the hook Velcro here. Here's another. I'm going to take this, but I'm going to pull back on it a little bit, and then I'm going to sweep my hand down the side of the seat, which is going to smooth that cover out, and touch that down here. And I'll continue working my way across the seat. See, this one's stuck before I wanted it to, so nice and easy. Okay. I'm going to press that down like that. What I'm doing is I'm just smoothing as I go, work my way around from the inside to the outside part of the seat. Fasten that. I'm going to come around. Now I have a back Velcro on this one, so before I hook this one, the one in the middle, I'm going to hook my back one. Smooth that seat cover out on the side. And we'll come in here, just nice and easy. You don't have to put these on so tight. We're going to flip that seat forward. Going to move this back out of the way. We got to fasten that Velcro, and it's under here. It's kind of hard to find. It's tucked under there well. So we're going to take that Velcro, and I'm just going to press it to the back edge of the seat. And that other little tab, I'm going to press it in there. Okay. You get a visual of that. Are those guys hooked up? Right there. Right there. There we go. Pull back up. Take a look at our work. Nice and tight. All child restraints are exposed as well. There's no special openings that are needed for this particular model. The only thing extra special that's needed for the child restraints is the tether, which we find out that does more than just child restraints. There's all kinds of things you can hook to that. So. The seat cover should be skin tight. Next, we're going to install the passenger bottom. The passenger bottom installs identical to the driver's seat bottom. For the notable exception is there is no tether. like this one. So the seat cover isn't split on the back, and you'll notice there's 4 1x2 hook Velcro tabs sewn along the back edge. Instead of a continuous width of Velcro, it'd be far too hard to get connected back behind the seat, so we just went with the 4 tabs. So the 4 tabs go to the back, and same as the other, we're going to push that down on the inside. Take that, tuck that in. Just let that, just the pressure. Now keep these hook Velcros facing up when you're tucking them in. If you have these facing down, they're going to catch the fuzzy carpet that is just inside that edge, and it'll fight you the whole way. Okay, so we can put that in. We don't have to connect. Just like the driver's side, I'm going to tuck that down. Make sure everything is getting covered there. I'm going to reach my hand underneath. Pull that back. Connect that Velcro. I got one on the side here. We'll connect there. And then just like that driver's side, I'm just going to work my way across the front of this, connecting these Velcros as we go. The seat cover should be nice and smooth all the way along. No major wrinkles. And this thing will stay put until you take it off. Everything here is hooked to carpet that's on the seat, and all that is anchored to the framework of your seat. So we know the originals don't move around, so these seat covers won't move around either. Lastly, we'll just fold this thing forward. We're going to connect that back Velcro that we tucked in. I can hold that up. It's a little bit of a chore. If you have somebody with you, it can help hold. But I'm still connecting these Velcros all the way over. We'll take a look how we did. Next, we'll install the passenger backrest. As you notice, there's lots of things going on with this thing, so we're going to have some special Velcro openings, same as the driver's side. There's going to be a Velcro for the headrest that does not remove, and also there's some Velcros along this back corner here. You're going to carefully open up. Remember, don't yank on that Velcro or you can tear it apart. All right, so first you want to release that armrest. And get all these Velcros opened up. So this seat cover is basically open, going to cap around this side and Velcro down that side. Okay, step 1, got to move that seat belt out of the way. Okay, we're just going to roll that seat cover around the corner. A lot going on with this. Okay, and we're going to get to that headrest. So here's the flap for the headrest that's going to tuck in. Remember, we're going to fold that headrest down, tuck that Velcro through. There we go. And the other seat belt you got to avoid. Around. And just like the driver's side, you're going to have to tuck that seat cover under that headrest there. There we go. Okay, so here's the other part. So next we want to tuck the seat cover under the plastic for that center seat belt. I'll just move that out of the way over here so you can see. And do that just by sawing back and forth. You can see how easy that goes underneath there. Just a little sawing motion. Gets that where it needs to go. And if you need to, you can always use that specialty tool butter knife to get it in there. Okay. And you got to come around the back corner here. And as we see back behind here, what I'm going to do now is I'm laying this Velcro down. Okay, so I have the Velcro for the headrest that doesn't remove. Get everything lined up there. I'm going to start off with connecting that one. Okay, you may have to reconnect to position everything once you get everything in there, but we're going to keep connecting that Velcro along this back edge here. Here. That guy's going to come over and connect right to there. That's very nice. Okay. pull this down a little bit, tighten that up, and reconnect this a little. That a little tighter. There we go. Now we have hook Velcro. So in here, that's going to attach to this fuzzy carpet. Here, going to attach up to here. Okay. Next, we'll take the underside of the armrest here. We're going to tuck these Velcros underneath. Okay. I'm going to reach up under here, pull those up. Where these are going to connect to is on the inside of what we call the encasement here. These Velcros are just going to simply fasten right up to those. So we'll just tuck that in, and we may have to reposition those slightly. I'm going to just tuck those in, press that Velcro right down to that, connect that up. Okay, going to leave that one disconnected while we connect this one up. So this is just going to simply cap over. Okay, see how nicely that fits? Should fit down around here. We're going to pull that cover over. It's going to fit down in there. Okay, so next you want to fasten these Velcros all the way down the side edge here. Give me just a little bit of downward pressure. Okay, once we have those connected, we can go to connect the other inside part here. It's what we call the encasement. So this other piece of Velcro that comes up underneath here is just going to simply come over and connect right to that encasement back on that side. That'll hold up, hold everything in place. Pull that down nicely. Next, what we'll want to do is we're going to flip the seat forward, and like the other side, we're going to tuck it behind the latch openings here. Lastly, we're going to tuck this front edge into the seat. Nice and easy, and then just fold that down. Then we're going to, just like the other side, we're going to fasten all this hook Velcro to the fuzzy carpet that's on your seat. You have to lift that up and again. Didn't quite get tucked through far enough, but it popped out. Not a lot of room to work under this one. There we go. Now pulled out. Pull that up. I'm going to work my way out. Work my way across it, pulling it nice and snug. We got this one snugged. We have this one here. I can see this needs to get connected up a little bit. Got to come down a little bit. There we go. And lastly, we'll connect this big piece of Velcro, and I'll start on this side and I'll work it this way. Everything works out nice and flat, nice and tight. Next, we're going to put on the armrest cover. So pull that down, carefully open up that Velcro. It's enclosed on the bottom. We're going to cap that over and keep the opening for the latch on the top. Slide that down. As you're getting close, we need to get that nylon release. You got to feed that through. We got a little hole in the cover right here, right through the seam. You're going to feed that through. Then we'll come over and pull that down. And you're going to tuck the seat cover under that plastic for the headrest, and you want to do that on the push button side first. You don't want to go from this side to this side. You could damage that. Also, same way, push button on this side, tuck it under there, tuck it under both sides, and just like everything else on the seat covers, you get it pulled down. I mean, there shouldn't be any wrinkles anyway. A nice snug cover. I'll take that down in the corner. Then lastly, we're going to tuck this hook Velcro through. We're going to hook it to this fuzzy loop Velcro sewn on the back edge. So we're going to take that through. Just going to hold it there. Push that through. Pull that all the way up. Okay. And then lastly, you're just going to take this loop Velcro and you're going to press that right down over the top of that. Okay. The two pieces of material should meet in the back. Tuck this cut out right behind that plastic for the latch. Just kind of use that as a shoehorn, work your way around. And again, make sure that if you're using a butter knife, it does not have any serrations on it. Just work that right around. Okay, that'll tuck under there just nicely. Installation of the middle headrest is fairly simple. You'll see an MH on the front side. You also notice the two little notch outs, and that's for the headrest posts here. Those go to the bottom, so you're just going to cap over. Okay. You're going to fold that over. You're going to feel inside here. We have a piece of rope sewn on the inside of that, and that rope is just going to tuck inside that plastic and catch and hold your cover in place. Easy, easy. Right there, tucked under, catching. Around to the top. I'll tuck that under here. And keep working your way around the side. All the way down. Just pack that right under the corner. There we go.